The beginning of the film, a gangster named Kawano is shown who once ruled the city through fear. But now, his reign seems to be ending as a rival gang rises and begins spreading terror rapidly. Upon hearing this, Kawano becomes furious and slashes the mouth of the person delivering the news with a knife. Outside the house, a character named Saka climbs to the terrace using a pipe and starts fighting the gangster's men. He defeats them one by one. Then, he grabs the head bodyguard and throws him onto the guards below, knocking them all out. Meanwhile, Kawano hears of the attack and tries to escape in a car, only to find his driver already dead. He rushes to his room and grabs a gun from the drawer. But by then, Saka enters the house. Kawano's right-hand man confronts him and fights using whatever objects come in the way. He manages to knock Saka down and prepares to stab him. But Saka grabs a nearby knife, cuts off his hand, and proceeds to confront the boss. When Saka enters the room, Kawano starts shooting blindly, thinking he killed him. Unknowingly, he had fired at his own man, whom Saka had used as a shield. Saka injures him and finishes off the entire gang. As he prepares to leave, a hidden gang member attempts to attack Saka from behind, but a mysterious shooter intervenes and kills him. This turns out to be Fujita, Saka's employer, who runs a private security agency and uses Saka to eliminate criminal gangs. However, Saka decides to retire and spend his remaining life with his family. Despite Fujita's objections, Saka returns home. There, he lives peacefully with his wife and daughter. But one day, while taking a shower, he hears strange noises. He steps out and finds a gang holding his wife and daughter hostage. All the gang members wear masks. The gang leader praises Saka for eliminating the Yahoja gang, making it easier for their own gang to rise. But now, Saka is seen as a threat. One man grabs Saka's daughter, enraging him. Before Saka can retaliate, another gangster shoots a warning shot near Saka's table to show they mean business. Saka tries to calm down, but the gangsters start beating him. His daughter begs for mercy, and his wife cries, disturbing one of the gangsters, who then shoots and kills her. Before the gangster can shoot Saka's daughter, Saka tells her to run, but she is also shot and killed. Saka is devastated. The gang shoots him as well and disappears without a trace. When the police arrive, they conclude it was a murder-suicide committed by a mentally disturbed man. The news spreads on TV. Years pass. A new mayor, Sonohara, claims during a press conference that he has turned the crime-ridden city into a progressive one. A reporter questions him about mysterious disappearances, including that of a resort owner whose land is now a mall that belongs to Sonohara. Sonohara dismisses these as rumors despite the reporter having evidence. Meanwhile, Saka is shown alive but paralyzed, unable to speak or move. Fujita cares for him out of guilt, as he had leaked Saka's location to the gang years ago. Caretaker assists Saka daily. He takes him to the walk, feeds him, and brings him back home. One day, a man from the old Yahoja gang attacks Saka, seeking revenge for his lost hand. But Saka is helpless. Elsewhere, the same reporter continues investigating and consults a man whose mouth was once slashed by the Yahoja gang. He knows every crime in the city. As they discuss, two masked men attack and kill them both. The scene cuts to Fujita, haunted by memories of Saka's family and his role in their fate. Later, a police officer, Shinazuka, visits Saka in the hospital and secretly poisons his IV. He is part of the Kimengami gang which killed Saka's family. Saka sees this and, driven by rage, pulls off his IV and falls to the ground. He tries to attack but is overpowered and loses consciousness. Just then, other officers arrive. One of them notices the mask on his senior and understands the situation. Not wanting any loose ends, Shinazuka kills the other officer. The second officer says nothing because he is also part of the gang. However, the doctor has already seen everything, so the other man kills the doctor as well. Amidst all the chaos, no one notices Saka, who has regained consciousness. He grabs Shinazuka from behind. When the second gang member comes to rescue, Saka pushes him behind the bed. Unable to defend himself from Shinazuka's attacks, Saka throws him down. Before he can attack again, Saka makes a noose from a bedsheet, wraps it around Shinazuka's neck, and strangles him to death. Before dying, he struggles and accidentally kicks his companion, who falls out of the window and dies. Fujita arrives to check on Saka, but before he goes upstairs, he is shocked to see Saka walking toward him, fully conscious. While stepping out, Saka grabs some food and starts remembering his family. Meanwhile, the leader of the Kimengami gang learns that Saka is alive. He orders Fujita to bring Saka's dead body. The scene cuts to a warehouse where a body arrives. surrounded by women packing drugs. But this is a deception. The dead body is someone else's. Outside the warehouse, Sakata fights the guards as seen on CCTV footage. The watchman at the gate shoots at Sakata's vehicle and ends up killing Sakata's caretaker. When Fujita comes outside, he too is shot and injured but manages to retaliate by shooting the attacker. Inside the factory, Sakata fights waves of enemies, taking each down one by one, slamming some into walls and throwing others behind him. He continues advancing, driven solely by the urge to avenge his family. More enemies await with different attack strategies, but Sakata counters them with his own methods and kills them. While fighting, one man throws him into a machine using a crane. As Sakata falls, he throws a knife that hits the man's neck, killing him. Another man shoots from the conveyor belt. Sakata jumps into the machine, grabs his gun and shoots him along with several others. But the battle doesn't stop. Enemies keep coming. At every step, someone appears, but Sakata keeps moving forward, seeking only revenge. Kimengami gang leader Takimoto prepares himself for a final fight with drugs. When Sakata reaches the top floor, he sees Takimoto already fleeing. Takimoto then presses a button on his phone, triggering an explosion that burns down the entire building with Sakata inside. Shortly, he receives a call from the gang leader, congratulating him for eliminating Sakata, indicating that the leader is someone else. They start celebrating their victory, but everything falls apart as Sakata appears from the fire, wrapped in a blanket, alive and unharmed. Takimoto trembles in fear and tries to shoot Sakata, but Fujita hits him with a car. Fujita then confesses in guilt that he was the one who told the gang about Sakata's family. Unable to live with the guilt, he asks Sakata to kill him. Sakata shows no mercy and shoots him. He then captures Takimoto and forces him to call their leader. A shocking truth is revealed. Their leader is none other than the city's mayor, Haruhara. Haruhara explains that all his illegal earnings are invested in the city's progress and that destroying his gang won't help Sakata. After the call, Sakata shoots Takimoto dead. By morning, the police report the previous night's attacks. News channels claim that all killings were done by Sakata, who supposedly died in a bomb blast. But across town, Ryo, Sakata's daughter, watches the news. She is alive and raised by a member of the Kimengami gang. That man learns that Sakata is not dead but hiding and could attack anytime. Sakata is shown with an old police officer, Takegawa, whom he once saved. Takegawa keeps Sakata updated with information. He brings good news. Ryo survived the attack because the gang leader didn't shoot her directly but shot her toy instead. Takegawa suspects Ryo is kept inside the gang's own security agency. On hearing this, Sakata grabs Takegawa's gun and sets out immediately toward the agency, attacking everyone in his way. Fighting his way through guards, he enters, hoping to find Ryo inside. But she is nowhere to be seen. Ryo is actually hiding, afraid of Sakata after seeing news reports portraying him as a dangerous man. She has forgotten everything about him. Before Sakata can find her, the man who raised Ryo appears and attacks him. Sakata fights back, and Ryo, frightened by the violence, tries to run away. A fierce battle begins between the two men. Kanta tries to shoot Sakata, but Sakata dodges. Kanta then hits Sakata on the head with a nearby vase and starts mocking him. As Kanta speaks, Sakata recognizes his voice. It's the same voice of the person who killed his wife. Just as Sakata prepares to take revenge, Ryo suddenly shoots him with an arrow from behind. Sakata falls from the window. He survives, as Takegawa secretly rescues him and takes him to a safe place. There, Takegawa removes the arrow and bandages Sakata's wounds. Suddenly, Haruhara calls. He has tracked Takegawa through CCTV footage and demands him hand over the phone. Haruhara tells Sakata to come to the resort if he wants to see his daughter again. Despite his injuries, Sakata immediately sets out. He stops by his hidden location to pick up his fast car and weapons before heading to the resort. The resort, Ryo is locked in a room. To distract the guards, Sakata's empty car is sent ahead, while he sneaks in from another side. He eliminates the security guards and climbs the stairs, ruthlessly shooting down every man in his path. Just as he reaches the top step, a swordsman wounds him. Ignoring the pain, Sakata kills the attacker and continues. At the next floor, a massive masked fighter confronts him. This man's skills are nearly equal to Sakata's. The fight is intense, but Sakata ultimately defeats him. However, more enemies rush in from the stairs. Sakata fights through them and reaches the elevator, going up to the floor where Ryo is held. When Ryo sees Sakata, she is shocked and fails to recognize him. Sakata becomes overwhelmed with emotion. Taking advantage of his distraction, a masked man attacks him from behind and knocks him unconscious. That moment, Haruhara arrives. He grabs Sakata by the hair and begins his monologue about being the demon of the city. He places a sword on Ryo's neck and threatens to kill her. As Sakata lies helpless, Ryo's memories come rushing back. Memories of her father begging for her life during her childhood. She finally remembers him. That moment, Takegawa arrives and takes down some guards. Sakata tells Ryo to escape. Now Sakata confronts the last masked warrior. The enemy is highly skilled, and Sakata struggles, even coming close to defeat several times. But he holds on, determined to be with his daughter. Eventually, Sakata defeats the man and unmasks him. It turns out to be Haruhara's twin brother. A flashback reveals that Haruhara always used his brother for dirty work, living luxuriously while treating him like a servant. With the brother dead, Haruhara has no choice but to fight. Both had trained together. Haruhara puts on his mask and prepares for battle. The same time, Ryo returns to support her father. An intense sword fight erupts between Sakata and Haruhara. Though Sakata is strong, his injuries weaken him, allowing Haruhara to overpower him and sever his arm. Yet, Sakata doesn't give up. With one final strike, he attacks the demon of the city. The blow removes Haruhara's mask and fatally wounds his head, killing him. Ryo witnesses the entire battle and is deeply moved by her father's condition. Before she can reach him, Kanta arrives and shoots Sakata. Ryo turns away in disgust, but he insists he is her real father. As he moves closer, Sakata cuts him down with his sword. Sakata then hugs Ryo. He expresses his love for her one last time and dies in her arms. Soon, the building is swarmed by police, firefighters, and rescue teams collecting bodies. One man is found alive, Haruhara's twin brother. Sometime later, he uses his injuries and fake identity to win the election, becoming the new mayor under Haruhara's name. He wears the leader's mask, enjoying his brother's former position. That moment, Ryo arrives. Using the very skills Kanta once taught her, she shoots multiple arrows at him and kills him, avenging her family. She then drives away in Sakata's car, which has a photo of their family, showing how deeply she still loves them. And with that, the story ends. I hope you liked my video. If you did, please like and share it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We keep bringing such content regularly. Peace.